we're going to move into Balasana, child's pose. So coming onto the mat, your knees wide, your toes touching, sitting back towards your heels. So if this is hard on your knees, you can just put a towel behind them or sit on a cushion. Reach your arms in front of you, press your palms down, keep the elbows lifted, and then put your forehead and the top of your nose on the mat. And then push your palms away from you so you feel that lovely stretch through the thighs, the back, the shoulders. Keep the breath coming in nice and deep. And then inhale, rolling forward, coming into tabletop. So now we want hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and a few rounds of cat-cow. So we're going to start to use the breath here. So you can just move, firstly, we're just going to move warming up through the hip and shoulder joints. So just move as feels natural to you. So you can go little circles, come forward of your wrists, just pressing all the finger pads down into the mat. Feel the spine moving, and then we're going to inhale, tip your head up, tip the tailbone up, look up, and then exhale, rounding through the back, tuck the tailbone under, pushing up between the shoulders, really spreading the shoulders, let the head relax, and then following your own breath. So on the inhale, you'll look up, tip the tailbone up, exhale into cat. And see if you can use Ujjayi breath, so that's breath with sound. It's a little restriction at the back of the throat. And then slide, so tuck your toes under, keep your knees where they are and your hips above your knees. You're going to slide your hands forward. So this is puppy pose. So now you'll feel really how you stretch, you'll feel the core stretching as well. Tip your tailbone up. And if you can, you'll bring your chin to the mat. If not, your forehead. And if you feel it's dangling in the middle of nowhere, then just prop it on a cushion or your block. But stretching through the shoulders. And each exhale here, feel the front body sinking, and then the expansion as you inhale. Lovely stretch, A-Raffles. Puppy. And then coming back up, you're going to now sink down onto your front. You're going to come into rolling cobra. So bring your hands beside your rib cage, place them well, so that means your index finger pointing directly forward. Spread the fingers, pressing all of the finger pad in the palm down. Hug your elbows into your side and draw your elbows down towards your waist. You want to press firmly through the tops of the feet into the mat, so you feel your kneecaps lift. Press your pubic bone down, inhale, and then baby cobra. So we're not coming to straight arms, you're just hugging the elbows in, lifting the chest. So press the pubic bone down, lift the chest, shoulder blades slide down your back, and the gaze is just forward. And now we're going to use the breath like we did in tabletop. So exhale down, keep the legs strong. Inhale, reaching up, arcing the back a little, so this is a back bend. Exhale down. Inhale up, so follow your own breath. So one more, exhale down. Inhale up. Now you're going to tuck your toes under, come up to plank. So you want to have nice long Plank so that your heels are up on the toes, obviously, heels are pointing up, but squeeze your thighs to the midline. Squeeze your forearms together as if you're dragging the palms towards each other. And I'll keep chatting about spirituality and puppies and keep the breath coming. So it's taking your focus away from any discomfort. It's following the breath. So use the breath and then inhale, lift up into down dog. So in your down dog, it's finding the right length for you. So you don't want it too long, so you feel that there's not enough stretch through the legs, but it's almost like there's a string that's pulling up through your tailbone, lifting it up. So you can keep your hamstrings are tight, you can keep your knees slightly bent. So feel that press through the palms, lifting up through the core. And then you might feel that you want to take the thigh bones back a little, straightening the legs. The heels don't need to be on the ground. And then we're going to roll forward into plank. So feeling with plank that you're pushing through the palms, straight arms, push up between your shoulder blades, punching up between the shoulder blades so they spread. Squeeze your core, lift through your pelvic floor, hug your thighs and your shins towards each other, and push out through the heels. And then lifting up into down dog. If your arms are starting to ache or you feel you can come into tabletop. Do this from there, rolling forward. Keeping that energy, pushing out between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift up into down dog, and then walk your feet forward towards your hands. Hands to hips. And then just slowly coming up to stand. Standing in mountain Tadasana, so feet hip distance apart, lift your toes, spread them, place them down. Feel the energy lifting up, squeeze the shins and the thighs towards the midline, lift the pelvic floor, navel to spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Palms together. Exhale, you're going to tip the tailbone up. So strong and straight through the spine, floating forward, lift up through the thighs. Relaxing into Uttanasana, forward fold. So if the hands don't reach the floor, you can hold onto your elbows. Now inhale, come to halfway lift. Press your palms into your shins, extend through the crown of the head, away from the tailbone. But lift the tailbone up, feel that lovely stretch through the hamstrings. And then we're going to fold again. Exhale, fold. You can bend your knees if you need to. And then inhale, coming up again. Arms go wide, palms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just getting used to that feeling of we want the hips to tilt forward. So rather than just rolling down through the spine, we want to keep that lift up and then tilting tailbone back, chest coming forward. So nice and strong through the core, and you pull up through the thighs. Okay, so inhale, we're going to go through vinyasa, arms up. That's our little sun salute. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Tip the tailbone up. Bend your knees a little if you need to. Inhale to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Press the palms in, extend the chest forward. Exhale, palms down, step back. Rolling forward into plank, pushing up between the shoulder blades. And then feel as if you're rolling the eye of the elbow forward. You can drop your knees here if you need to. Elbows by your side, lower, lower, lower slowly to the mat. Inhale to cobra, tops of the feet pressing in, draw the shoulder blades down your back, hug the elbows in. Exhale, lowering down, tuck your toes under, press up to plank, and then lifting up into down dog. Take 3 breaths. So press through the index finger and the thumb, make sure you're keeping your wrist safe. And then inhale, stepping forward, coming to halfway lift, pressing your palms into your shins, extending forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come into Utkatasana, chair pose. So feet hip distance apart. Sit down. Draw your knees back slightly so you can see your toes, but sitting down enough that you can start to feel this fire in your thighs. Bring your arms forward. So the arms can stay forward. If you can, the pose is with the arms up, but you want to draw the top of the arm bone back into the shoulders so the shoulder blades are snug against your back. And your gaze can be up on your thumbs or just forward, depending on how tight your shoulders and your neck are. And we're going to do a few little airplanes. So keeping the legs strong, so you're hugging the thighs and shins to the midline, pulling up through the core. Reach your arms behind you, and you want to turn the palms down so your little fingers are facing towards each other. We're going to use the breath. We're going to come forward again into chair pose. If you want to make it stronger, you come up on your toes. Otherwise, just stay normal chair pose. Exhale, airplane, palms down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then coming up. Stretch it up. Let the thighs go. Exhale. Hands to heart center. So we're going to turn out into warrior 2. So sinking through the right knee, left leg, left foot parallel to the back of the mat. So you want the knee directly above the ankle, so don't allow it to roll in. And your shoulders are stacked above your hips. Take your arms wide, reaching out through your fingertips, so you're broadening through the collarbone, but slide the shoulder blades down your back. Look over your front hand. And same thing, we're going to use the breath to move. So on the inhale, you're going to straighten the front leg, bring your arms up, your palms together. So you feel that lift through the chest, but you're knitting the rib cage towards each other, so we're not just allowing the chest to overexpand. So exhale, sinking back into warrior 2, arms go wide, shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, straighten the front leg, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, straighten the leg. Exhale. And then we're going to turn sides. So turn the feet parallel and then turn the left foot out. So now the right foot is parallel to the front of the mat, sinking into warrior 2. Left knee comes directly over the left ankle. So the further apart you are, the more you'll feel the stretch. So it's an outward spiral of the left thigh and inward spiral of the right thigh. So really helping to open up through the hips here. And then you want your shoulders stacked above your hips. Take the arms wide. So reaching out through your fingertips. Keep sinking, sinking, sinking into the left thigh. And then inhale, reaching the palms up, straighten the left leg. Exhale, sinking into warrior 2. Inhale. And you can take other breaths in between. It's just that you move on the exhale or the inhale. Normally inhale is an upward movement, so inhale, come up. And exhale is down or a pushing movement. And then we're going to come up to neutral. Turn your feet back to the front. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. We're going to take a vinyasa, so a little mini sun salute. Place the palms down, step back, roll into plank. Press up between your shoulder blades. Hug the thighs to the midline. Bend at the elbows if you can without dropping your knees. You're going to come down to cobra or up dog. Inhale. Really feeling that cobra stretch. Exhale. Tuck the toes under, lift up to plank, come into down dog, take 3 breaths. And before moving out of here, we're going to lift the right leg, 3-legged dog. So you want to flex the toes so they're pointing down. So you want to roll the thigh under you, the right thigh, so the knee and the toes are pointing down. And then you can point the toe here, but keeping the leg engaged. Roll forward, knee to nose. So you want to lift, press up through the shoulder blades, squeeze the heel towards the bottom, and then come back into down dog, lift the right leg out, 3-legged dog. Keep that thigh rolling under instead of outwards, and then roll forward, right knee to left elbow, pressing up, keep the breath coming. You can do this from tabletop if you need to, if it's too strong. Lifting up the right leg, 3-legged dog, roll forward into plank, right knee to right elbow. Keep the heel lifting. Keep pressing through the index fingers and the thumb to keep the palms flat. Lift the right leg up, place it back down. And then other side, lift the left leg, 3-legged dog. Flex at the ankle, that's toes pointing down, roll the thigh under you so the knee points down, then point the foot. Roll forward into plank, knee to nose, curl it in, bring the heel up towards your bottom, and then lifting up into 3-legged dog. Inhale, roll forward, left knee to right elbow. Squeeze it in, and then lift back up, 3-legged dog. Last one, roll forward into plank, left knee to left elbow. And then lift it back up. And then come into child's pose. Sitting back on your heels. Let the arms, you can even bring them behind you, palms facing up, forehead on the mat. And then coming up to sit either cross-legged or just sitting on your knees, hands on your palms. Hands on your palms, hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. Pay attention to your breath, so letting the breath come back to normal. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.